to grow, to shine. Our streets know struggle. Our people, they know strength. And our youth, they know exactly what it means to rise. So step into our home. Feel the beat of Africa beneath your feet. Let the cheers echo through Independence Stadium. Let your story unfold with every race, every goal, every try. This is for you. This is Namibia. This is your time. Own the moment.
Hi, I'm Beulah Boyce-Beerkes, NBC Public Relations Manager, and I enjoy watching NBC Plus at home and on the go. Wanna get some ice cream, Daisy?
Good afternoon, Africa. Welcome to the grand final of the Region 5 Under-19 Youth Tournament 2025. Coming you live from the heart of Windhoek at the iconic Windhoek Showgrounds. I'm your host, Dimitri Bidler, and besides me is none other than the voice of netball analysis, Nelly Zakapi, better known as Nelly Netball, as I call her. Nelly, what a journey it has been.
Good afternoon, Dimitri, your host here, Nelly Zakapi, also known as Nelly Netball. Well, Dimitri, this has been a festival of it's due to the government of the Republic of Namibia for hosting such a professional and inspiring tournament. From logistics to facilities to security, it has been a world class.
Yes, Nelly, you couldn't have said it any better. And yes, indeed, Nelly, the Windhoek Showgrounds has transformed into a vibrant hub of sporting excellence. The cheers, the flags, the culture and competitions. This is more than a tournament, it's a celebration of African youth potential. Now we turn to our focus to the court. It's a titanic clash between South Africa and the unbeaten giants of the tournament, who are the unbeaten giants, sorry, and Malawi, who has to do redemption after their loss earlier.
Of course, 100%. They definitely have met South Africa in the zones.
In the semi-final.
Yes, they did meet each other, and unfortunately they failed in the group stages.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you so much. In the group stages, they did meet South Africa. Unfortunately, suffered a loss there. However, today they are looking forward to redeeming themselves. Definitely expecting such a tight game from the Malawian side of things. Of course, South Africa being the two-time undefeated champions, definitely a lot to look up to. They definitely are going to bring their A game, and Malawi will have to really bring their A+ game on this one.
As that girl on the screen has been just phenomenal throughout this tournament.
That's right, that is the GS of South Africa, Duran. She has been phenomenal, lovely athleticism that she's showcased the past of all the games actually. Very accurate shooter, very young, but I mean she definitely gets the work done.
Yeah, and as you can see, Jacobs there in the screen, they're also one of the players that has just been shining for South Africa, being prolific. You know, their goal shooting stats are through the roof in this tournament.
Skyrocketing, Dimitri, I must say. They have really done a brilliant job with a huge goal difference. I mean, they started the games Sunday where they had almost a 50 goal difference, if not more. And I mean, really, they have come to set the standard way high. I mean, the bar is raised so high, and one would wonder why they still are the defending champions, because I mean really they have done immaculately
Yeah, no,
spectacular.
their journey to the final is well deserved. Malawi as well, only having lost one game that is against South Africa that they are facing. So Malawi also just showing their grit. They had a difficult time in the semi-final.
Of course, 100%. And of course, Malawi having to secure their place yesterday up against Zimbabwe, it was quite a clash.
Yeah, no, definitely quite a clash, Nelly. It was quite even, and then I think Zimbabwe just ran out of steam a little bit in the end, you know, that consistency.
Unfortunately, also could not really make a lot of shots there, a lot of rebounds from the defense of Malawi. Beautiful, beautiful game that was yesterday. And of course, Malawi well-deserved position here as well at the finals up against South Africa. And I think really we are definitely going to be at the edge of our seats towards the end of this game.
Let's recap quickly about the third place playoff, the bronze medal playoff. That was between Namibia and Zimbabwe. What a match.
What a match, what a match. Congratulations, I must say, goes to Zimbabwe for definitely taking the bronze medal. Unfortunately, the host Namibia could not secure the third place. However, neck to neck throughout the game, and unfortunately for the Desert Flames, they just last minute could just not secure the third position.
So sad. But definitely, I wouldn't want to be a coach in that game because I would pull my hair out. Definitely.
Bite all your fingernails
Oh,
off.
everything. I would be hospitalized after that because of the adrenaline that game just brought forth.
100%. A lot was really at stake here, especially for the host nation, as really indeed the nation did come out in numbers to support them. But coming back to the screen, ladies and gentlemen, it is the introduction of the players. I will ask Dimitri to please introduce South Africa.
On goalkeeper, we have Banda, Ametise, and on goal defense, we have Kotsia, Chris Mary, and then on goal shooter, we have Mary Rian Duran. Sorry, apologies on that one. We have Lara Ellis on wing attack. Goal attack, we have Elrie Jacobs, and wing defense, we have Zara Naum, and then we have Kiara Van Eerden on center. And on the bench we have Lente Kuramp, we have Simisu Gumende, and Kwezi Lumbisi, and Gregor McGregor. And then we have Dinte Mweri.
That's right, and introducing the Malawian team here, we do have Anderson for center, Banda M for wing attack, Banda P for wing defense, Banda S for GA. Seems like there's a Banda squad here. And of course, our GS there will be Mone GA, and Koma will be the GA for this one, and Zakaria the goal defense. Now, their captain here is, of course, the favorite GA of Malawi, Koma, as and of course, under the coachmanship of Chimaliro.
Yes, and exciting stuff. The umpires as well is Mumba Brighton and Jadine Gregup and Aaron Ipinge, the two umpires from Namibia, the third umpire from Namibia, and the two is Bumba from Zambia and Gregup from Namibia.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your starting seven, as well as the men in the white, making sure that indeed the game goes exceptionally well. Now, we did have our first score there from the Malawi, as it was the center, and now South Africa finds themselves right under the pole. And fortunately, Duran misses that one.
Yes, and we are underway with the final of the Region 5 Under-19 Youth Netball Tournament 2025 here in Windhoek at the showgrounds. It's a full house here in front of us, and the game is still early stages, both teams sizing each other up. And what a tournament and a journey it has been for these two African netball powerhouses. South Africa undefeated in all their matches, showing structure, pace, clinical finishing. And another mistake there by Malawi, and
South Africa seem to have taken their ball back, their centre back.
yes,
And this time around, Duran does not miss at all.
Malawi had a tough road to the final. They met Zimbabwe in the semi-final. What a grit of a match it was, and it went down quite till the end. The match tested them very much, their character, and South Africa as well going to test them.
Of course, I completely agree with you there, Dimitri. Definitely was not an easy one for Malawi there, but they took victory. And of course, they definitely did earn themselves a final place in the finale today. Now it is currently Malawi on the attack. The lovely GA of Malawi, I call her the small dynamite. She does not disappoint, nor does she miss much. And if she does miss, she doesn't miss the second time around.
Pocket rocket.
Pocket rocket. That will be Koma S from Malawi. It is now center there for South Africa. I don't know what I'm expecting today. Definitely a lot of competition between the two. I don't think anyone is ready to really make it easy for anyone here. I think it definitely will be a beautiful war in a few minutes, or rather almost an hour's time. We definitely will find out who the overall winner is.
And there she starts with her goal shooting, and she's busy now just starting to get back in that rhythm that she had in the semi-final.
Of course.
That is the GS of South Africa, Marie Duran.
That's right, Dimitri. And these two teams carry legacy and expectation. South Africa are used to winning. They come into every youth tournament with the weight of past glory on their shoulders. Now, Malawi, on the other hand, brings the hunger of a nation that has produced world-class netballers and is always knocking at the door. There's no doubt that this pressure is a third, is a third opponent today. Every pass, every intercept feels heavier. You can see it on the faces of these young women. They are playing for more than medals. They are playing for pride, for national honor, and for the pathway to their senior teams.
So basically they're feeding the national teams through these under-19 and under-21 squads, and if you pick up your hand here, you're solidifying your position,
that's right.
in the national team.
Very beautiful development there from the African nations. Of course, really, they have done exceptionally well, as we have seen that indeed some of their young national players, a youth team that is actually find themselves proceeding through to the senior national teams.
You know, so it's still early stages. It's goal for goal, and right now Malawi just converting that one, and they just had a turnover now.
Of course, Malawi definitely is coming through full force, gun blazing, not trying to make it easy. Unfortunately, for the wing defense of Malawi there, it is an offside.
So South Africa just cruising down court, and that is a coach killer. How do you?
That is
She's in front of you. Why do you loop it over the head?
One thing about the Malawis, and also before we get to that, do we see the high dynamic between the two teams? We find really, really tall athletes from the South African end. However, we do find not so very tall athletes from the Malawi side. Beautiful intercept. Lovely, beautiful. And however, what they will bring to the court today, the Malawis, through, as we've seen throughout the tournament, is that they definitely bring elevation.
A lot of elevation, and they put a lot of pressure on the goal shooter to make mistakes like she did earlier on.
That's right.
But she's very cool under pressure.
She's cool as a cucumber. Very, very cool under pressure. Have not seen her sweat a bit, but I think today we might see a bit of sweat from her.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, she's been brilliant. But on the other end, they have the same type of shooter as well, standing shooter as well.
That's right.
Same height as well.
Absolutely, a very beautiful holding shooter. Unfortunately, she gambled with that shot there and could not make it. And of course, the defense of South Africa will definitely take advantage of that and see if they can capitalize it in every form as possible.
Yeah, no, definitely the height has been a challenge for Malawi in that circle. Trying to deal there with the goal shooter Duran.
That's right. That's right. Not gonna make it. It's not gonna be easy. No one promised us an easy game, I believe, and unfortunately, it is just whoever gets it.
Mature type of netball. What an
beautiful
elevation.
Yes, definitely. Malawi will bring forth elevation there, and I think throughout the games they have watched the South Africans and the way of playing. But look at the take.
South Africa takes it back there.
And another
one again. The goalkeeper of
Malawi. She's doing such a brilliant job with the elevation, and the timing is quite accurate as well there. And it is going to be completely challenging for the South Africans. Now they have to walk around this very brilliant GK of Malawi there and see how they can successfully do it. Beautiful split there by the G8, the captain of Malawi, and of course
The Banda crew.
the Banda crew.
The Banda band.
We can call them a band.
Yes, the Banda band.
See what we did there.
Combination.
That's right. Now Malawi. Ooh, bit of a contact there.
I love
Lovely.
this goal attack, just full of energy.
Full of energy. She's such
No
a small
fear.
dynamite. She does not fear at all. And
Accurate.
the accurate shots that she has been, and this is throughout the whole entire games. She's not been disappointing at all, and she is so athletic. And there we go. Malawi gets another turnover.
Very basic mistakes, but it's the first quarter, it's expected. Once they get their rhythm, I think
Right.
it will improve.
They're just trying to find their feet and get a bit acquainted with the courts and, of course, their opponents. But, of course, when South Africa is on defense, all hands on deck, they definitely will have their hands up, trying to pick and poke wherever they possibly can get an intercept. And Malawi still on the attack.
But you're right, if you look at the height deficit, they look at the center looks like a whole goalkeeper. So definitely the height also playing a role in this match.
Of course, the 100%. Now, the GS does not feel comfortable to take that shot. I don't think she wants to gamble with this one. Tries to seek for assistance outside. And, of course, her wing attack was right there to do so. Missing that one, unfortunately. It is now a contact up against the GS of Malawi. She needs to be out of play. That's
Yes.
right.
Unfortunately, the accuracy always, that is unheard of from South Africa.
That was not expected at all. I mean, are they really under that much pressure?
And I think Malawi has brought a different game plan from their last loss. And just look at their style. They're closing it tighter and they're playing very, very safe passes to each other, which they didn't do when they lost last time to South Africa.
Of course. And I think you're right there. They're really trying to be very patient on the ball there and really accurately giving it back into the shooter's hand. Fortunately for the GS of Malawi, she unfortunately missed that one, and now South Africa is on the rebound. I think this is by far the longest center we've had since the game started.
Yeah, it's like a ping pong game now.
Exactly.
Back and forth without being scored. Yeah, and she converts very easy there by the goal shooter of South Africa.
Duran has not been disappointing much. I believe this is the second game where she really tries to warm up to the game, but for now I think her fingers are all warmed up and definitely.
Yes, and then Elrie Jacobs has been a bit quiet for this game so far.
Yes, he has been allowing the shooter to do most of the shooting. However, the assistance from her end is definitely there.
You know, the assist is doing well, and just look at the height deficit there on the screen. And these girls are 19 years old. Confident.
And of course, they are the youth. We definitely expect a lot of running, but I'm so impressed with the skill set that they have brought upon this tournament. They seem so experienced. One would think they've been playing for decades.
Yeah, no, definitely, and you can see how netball has developed. No runaway scores in this tournament. A few years, but
Yes, a few.
not like in the past where there were so many runaway scores.
I mean, really, they have been equally competitive. Every team met their match, and of course, they have really been proving that indeed, as much as it is the youth games, they definitely will bring the skill set as well as the entertainment at the same time.
You can see South Africa trying to keep up with the pace of Malawi. Short and very powerful runs that they're busy with.
And I've seen throughout the tournament where we have the attackers of Malawi really struggling to feed the shooter, the GS of Malawi. That is not quite sure if it's a trust issue. However, the GK of South Africa is also one to reckon with. She does not let any ball pass by.
What an intercept! Did you see that?
And the GS came really out to actually save that ball. But however, the match official says it was a contact from the GS. And Malawi loses that ball.
She came flying.
She came flying.
Superman.
That was a beautiful intercept there. Unfortunately for the wing defense, she was offside there. South Africa will take the ball back there. What a beautiful intercept that was.
That one is definitely the play of the match so far.
Wow. Very, very impressive.
The timing to get that right. I'm telling you, she's probably at 100 right now, or 90% average.
I think her shooting definitely let's give her a good 95%.
I think he missed only one so far.
It is now
But
Malawi on the attack.
But you see the strategy from Malawi, just keeping it short.
What a split, unfortunately, that is football. A bit of a slippery slide there from the wing.
I'm not sure if the surface is the matter, because I've been seeing they've been falling, or it's maybe the shoes.
Potentially the shoes as well as the surface as well, but I think they did prepare the court well.
So it must be the shoes.
Yeah, possibly. And Duran really missed that one, unfortunately.
No,
she could not get a hold of that.
She's been not getting hold of their balls, and either they're too high or she's not going up for them.
I think she definitely is feeling the pressure, Dimitri. I must really be frank here. I think that a bit comfortable throughout the tournament, thinking that it would be that
becoming a wrestling match.
Of course, a bit of physicality that is expected. It is a contact sport after all. And the wing defense, Malawi.
Is that the legendary wing defense?
I'm not quite sure if she is the same wing defense, however, definitely the job is being done. They call the wing defense the donkey of the team, but she's definitely doing all the work.
How do we say here in Namibia? Job is job.
Job as job. I'm sure South Africans will also relate to that as well. And of course, it is now Malawi playing it all the way back, and making sure that they are patient with the ball and playing as many balls for as long as it safely gets in the hands of the shooters.
You know, definitely a different team from what we saw in the group stages. Playing very, very different right now.
Beautiful play there from the center, really availing herself then, opening up. Because I feel like when they are so crowded up, it makes it difficult for the ball to flow accurately. But of course, there is contact from behind. And
look how she's holding on for dear life. She nearly got tossed around.
Was she not supposed to be out of play, the goal defense that is?
It's possession.
Right. She is still holding her position, however, the feet is just do not see her as much.
You know, that's the challenge with having a tall shooter like that. A lot of them not so mobile, so you have to...
Beautiful timing there. What a hand there from the goal defense of South Africa. Lovely play there.
Yeah, I know the goal defense of South Africa, Christine Marie could see her.
And unfortunately for South Africa, it is now a throw-in for Malawi. And Malawi, unfortunately, will not take the throw-in, as this is the end of the first quarter. I think it was a little bit dramatic. The pace was quite okay, not too fast, not too slow. And yeah, the South Africans really are going to really work hard for this win today. I think the Malawans really brought in their A game. They came gun blazing, fully loaded, and
double holsters, guns on both sides. That's how they walked into this stadium.
That's how they walked in today. But of course, we definitely will bring you the highlights for the first quarter. So please do stay tuned, as we will definitely take a break there and gear up for the second quarter.
Yes, we'll be back shortly.
Zimbabwe. Substitution number 16 for number 9. Score is 9 Namibia and 17 Zimbabwe.
Into the second quarter we go. And Dimitri, can we talk about the South African pipeline for a moment? What we've seen here is no luck. It structures South Africa's youth development system as a model for the continent. From South African school leagues to provincial academies, and as well as specialized high performance centers. Players like Ayanda Biko and Tandeka Maseko didn't just arrive here by chance. They are the result of a coordinated effect between NETBALL South Africa, schools, universities, and sports science experts, and it shows. It very much is visible.
Absolutely right. Just to look at the spacing and their movement off the ball and off the ball, on the ball and off the ball, their court awareness, that is South Africa, is polished. And they're only 17 and 18 and 19 years old, these kids. And South Africa has created a hub of fresh talent that feeds directly into their senior squad. Some of these players could be wearing Proteas green in a year or two.
Of course, from the baby Proteas and actually just graduate all the way to the Spar Proteas. That is right, Dimitri. And the beauty of tournaments like Region 5, they serve both a proof of ground and a scouting platform. But let's not forget, Malawi has their own golden generation rising. They may not have the same national infrastructure, but they have talent, raw and determination. And today it is their chance to remind the world of that.
Well, Malawi has been punching above their weight for years now, and I must say, for such a small country that they are, they have really shown the world that it doesn't matter if you're the big dog in the house.
Of course
You
not.
remember the clip? It's the dog in the fight. It's the fight in the dog.
The dog, exactly. And really, look at the beautiful deep breath that the GA takes there for Malawi. Malawi has really been exceptional throughout, and currently the score is 9-8. Malawi just trailing behind with a goal difference. And I mean, really, for South Africa to really be so comfortable with this, and really, it is 9 apiece.
9 apiece.
9 apiece, and South Africa is really trying to see if they can secure it, but I mean, they take it so calmly.
No, you know, when you are used to winning, you have that confidence that, look, it's early stages.
Like, I have control over this,
Yes.
you know, I don't need to sweat much, but if we do pick up and we do run away with that goal difference, we definitely would. But I think both teams are doing quite well. It is the second quarter.
But South Africa must remember, Malawi came back in Zimbabwe's game in the third and the final quarter and just blasted past Zimbabwe.
Of course, yeah.
So don't count them out anytime,
Not at
especially
all.
with the scoreline 10-9. And for those that are just joining us, welcome. That is to the Region 5 final, netball final here at the showgrounds in Windhoek. I'm here with Nelly. If you just joined us, it is the last and the final dance for these two teams to see who we are going to crown at the end of the fourth quarter.
And it's just a matter of minutes before we can determine that. Unfortunately, there, what you see on your screen, it is unfortunately a coach killer. Lovely rebound there from Malawi, and
But it's
However,
expected. You understand, these kids are still young, still have to build a lot of experience. What an elevation. They almost had that ball. Height doesn't matter when it comes to that goalkeeper. They
Not at all, Dimitri, not at all. Really has been having a hand into that ball. And of course, now that South Africa has taken Malawi center, it is now their center. Lovely play there to the GA of South Africa. Duran beautifully well positioned, right under the pole.
this time the Banda band couldn't manage to control that
This
ball.
time around, the Bunderband was off timing, and there you have Duran's face there. Always relaxed, but I see a bit of sweat there in the second quarter on her face. However, it is just Malawi now on the attack. South Africa finding themselves on the defense, all hands on deck, not trying to let a ball pass by them.
And Malawi just there getting a penalty, and the reach of the center, unfortunately breaking her distance though.
And a bit of an
That one is overcooked.
hard-boiled.
Hard-boiled.
Those other type of balls that you would throw when you're under immense pressure, and especially when you play a lot of balls there, eventually I think the focus really does run off a little bit.
Yes, South Africa, that is one of their strategies. Always make sure that you are standing correctly before I release the ball. And that it has been what is keeping them in the game, with a standing shooter in the circle.
Of course, unfortunately this time around, Duran could not sink that one in, and causing a contact there. It is now Malawi on the rebound.
It's a very similar style that they play to the national team, the senior national team. I think it's a Malawi style of play.
Lovely, lovely save there from the center, who beautifully comes out there. Unfortunately, the shooting is not so accurate today from this goal shooter of Malawi. I think knowing that they're coming into this finale, it is a contact there by the center. Malawi right at top of the D.
Both goal shooters are so close to that hoop, but yet can't convert. But this time she will. Definitely, the way she's structuring the shot, you can see.
The release of that, very, very good.
So yes, it is exciting things happening here. It is the match between Malawi and South Africa. Malawi trailing by 4 goals right now. South African centre pass, but it is only the second quarter of the match, so still a lot of time, you know, to make up. Banda
What
band.
a hand there from the goalkeeper of Malawi. Now, as you mentioned earlier, that of course South Africa's GA not so much visible there. South Africa did make a technical change there where they brought in a new GA, and I'm anticipating to see the changes there. And of course the small dynamite, the GA Malawi, brings the score to 10-13.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Look at that super shot there from her.
And just the
Not easily intimidated.
not at
very
all taking her
calm.
time,
Yeah.
waiting for the defenders to take the leap.
And of course the athletic, she splits. I was saying earlier, look at that beautiful clean
But how
shot
do you
there.
defend someone so short? I understand if you're tall, the center of gravity is down there and the ball is down there.
No, but it is the ball that is really up there, and your hand covering it does not even stop the GA Malawi at all from making, or rather taking that shot and taking it very accurately, Dimitri. I think really South Africa is going to have a run for their money this time around.
Have you seen a giraffe touch its toes? Very difficult, very difficult. So sometimes everything has its advantages.
Of course, the Bunderband once more having their hand in it, unfortunately.
Them throwing their hands up, say, asking there's obstruction there. And Banda Band again.
Wow, what a play and defense there from the defense of Malawi. I mean, really, Malawi came prepared. I think they learned, I think, or two
There
from
they
the
go.
previous game.
Down court. And, oh
Of course, the GK of South Africa definitely having a hand in that one, winning her team a rebound. Now, it's just a matter of time to see if whether or not the mid-court as well as the shooters of South Africa will reward her beautiful intercept there. And a lot of...
They're struggling to get the ball to the GS. That has been the challenge in the first quarter. Still continuing now in the second quarter. I think they need to fix that. That is Malawi now. Make sure that their goal shooter stands correctly and is able to receive this ball. You see how South Africa just waits for the shooter to.
That's right, and she only moves when she needs to move.
Yes, you see. Very big.
And the
Banda band. My new hero, man.
Oh.
Banda.
Banda. What a beautiful, beautiful defense and rebound there from the defense of Malawi. Of course, the umpire making sure that indeed they have a word.
So tactical change there.
That is Kiera coming off court. No.
Lara went to center and Kiara went off.
That's right. Malawi is on the turnover now.
South Africa just putting a lot of pressure. Every ball, Malawi has to work so hard for every pass.
But it is working for them because Malawi brings forth speed. So every ball that they pass through, they really are trying to make sure that indeed it is well in their space.
But Bandu there for South Africa, the goalkeeper, she's been doing quite a good job there, keeping the goal shooter out of this
And
match.
an excellent job, if I do say so
Yes.
myself. And a beautiful, excellent shot there again from the GASA. I mean Malawi, my apologies.
Pocket rocket. You were right. She's really been very dynamic in her play, assisting and shooting as well.
Exactly, she really has been. And she does, the endurance in her is at 100%. She would play all 4 quarters and hardly see any.
No drop in tempo.
No drop in tempo, that's right. No drop in tempo at all. I mean, she really is a fighter. That I must give to her. And a beautiful switch there between the wing attack and center. They have been doing such a great job throughout this tournament, the whole entire time. The mid-court of Malawi really has been doing their job. What the GS of Malawi needs to do now is really just move when she needs to move and just shoot.
Yeah, and Zara, the wing defense is really struggling there against the pocket rocket Banda. Is the other pocket rocket on wing attack.
On wing attack, yeah. The Bandas have really been showing up for the nation. And of course, Malawi is super proud. And of course, South Africa behind their girls, surely. It is 13-12, South Africa with a 1-point lead. And an
Unnecessary.
over. Unnecessary. Very unnecessary. Normally they're patient on the ball, however, today's game seemed to show otherwise.
Yeah, no, she wanted to send that one all the way to Joburg.
And of course, there is another technical change there.
A lot of changes. That means the coaches are starting to panic and are not too sure with their changes. I see Ellen van Eerden
coming through there for center.
Now they brought her back on center again.
Yes, of course. Kiara is back on center. I think perhaps the coaches needed a word with her.
Yeah, maybe they just needed a tactical plan and changes to discuss with her and bring her back on, which is good. Sometimes the player
unfortunately took her time there to feed her GS, and the split from GA and the shot from GA, the crowd goes wild.
The crowd is up in the air about that shot there. So accurate.
Very, very accurate. And she does not let the height intimidate her at all. She just meshes the.
You know what I like about this Malawi squad? They're taking the pressure from South Africa. South Africa also playing the whole African physical game and bringing the ball to them and the game to them as well.
Yeah, that's right. 100% true there. The GS will take it now, and she's like, let me show you how it's done. And she shoots the one. She shoots the one in.
So our percentages are not there anymore.
Unfortunately not.
What a take! Again there by the Banda.
Malawi's wing defense.
S Banda.
Really, really doing a great job there. And what a beautiful take from her. Now will the mid-court really award her for this beautiful, beautiful. Unfortunately, it is footwork.
No, she was out of play.
Out of play, out of court. Off court. Now it is South Africa back on their center.
Beautiful take there.
I swear we could not make this up. If you blink, you miss at least 3 balls.
Please don't run to the fridge. You're going to miss so much action. Don't go anyway.
So much action. I mean, Malawi is really one team to reckon with from...
And another turn there. Footwork call there.
Coach killers.
After that hard work of a turnover. I wonder sometimes what the defenders say to the attackers when they mess up their turnover. Although it's in silence.
Sometimes it's very loud and clear. Believe me, you will hear the GK all the way from the other pole just to say, like, I Zula this ball. I hustle for it. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. GA Malawi. I mean, she has been doing such an exceptional job. I cannot... It's just too much for her. It's too much. Koma has been brilliant throughout this tournament. Really, really brilliant.
Yeah, no, definitely Malawi's strategy different from what they had in the group stages, because this is another team. The GS finally takes her time. And she misses.
She gets a penalty right under the pole. Will she sing it in? There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. They are currently in a 2-goal lead. Malawi, that is. And it is the second quarter.
She just needs to build a bit of confidence. I think she's lacking.
She had the confidence throughout the tournament. I'm not sure if it's the fear of the final or is it the fear that they are facing South Africa again.
Yeah, I know. The goal shooter for South Africa, they're just converting that ball. Beautiful stuff there from the goal shooter, Marie Duran.
That is quite interesting to see that South Africa's centers really do not take that much time. However, Malawi is taking their time. Another very high ball there for the center. Malawi, who could not have saved it. Anderson has been very, very beautiful to watch throughout this tournament.
Intercept! I'm telling you, this is the whole Banda defense here. Imagine Banda at the back, Banda in front, Banda in the middle.
Banda everywhere.
Banda everywhere. One of the Bandas again, they intercepts that one. Keeps that score ticking.
Will Anderson feed the GS? Oh, she beautifully saved that one. And it's a shot.
I told you she just needs that confidence. Breathe and confidence.
Exactly, she's been doing quite well. I think the Malawi nation and supporters really are rooting for her. And of course the midcourt is doing what they need to do. It is a throw in there for Malawi.
Yes. I think we should become umpires.
Change our professions. I'm good behind the mic, Dimitri.
You don't want to do the running.
No.
I'll
a lot of
lose for
pressure.
a few kilos after running like that.
Exactly. It's so much pressure, making sure that you're making the right decision, even with everybody watching. So
the noise
I think
behind
I'm good
you.
here.
Yeah, man, definitely. And hands up to the umpires. You guys really take the punch for everybody.
Of course, making those difficult decisions, even though the crowd feels otherwise or the players feels otherwise.
And the crowd always knows better. I
Of
almost
course.
said Banda.
Of course, the crowd always will know better and will always have the better vision.
Yeah, no, they always know better.
Oh, South Africa took some time with their center there. It is 16-17. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us, we are live at the Windhoek Showgrounds, and this is the NETBALL finale. There is South Africa, the defending champions, twice in a row, up against Malawi.
So please, if you're just joining us, it's not wrong. The score is correct, 17-16 in favor of Malawi. Most people expected South Africa to be leading by now. But Malawi definitely brought another dynamic. And that is at the end of the second quarter. The score 17-16 in favor of Malawi. South Africa trailing by 1 goal. And we are going to be back after the break. It's halftime. Nelly, let's run to the fridge and get something in the fridge.
All right, Dimitri, that is right. It is definitely the right score line there that you see at the top left corner of your screen. I wonder what the coaches are going to say.
It's a lot of shouting on both ends. Good shouting.
Let's quickly run and grab a glass of water and then come back for the second half of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to the Windhoek Showgrounds for the second half of the electrifying Region 5 Under-19 netball final. We're heading into the third quarter, and folks, Malawi leads South Africa by 1 goal. Yes, the underdogs have rattled the Giants. The scoreboard reads Malawi in the lead with 17 goals to 16, and the energy in this arena is just electrifying, Nelly.
Absolutely, absolutely, Dimitri. I must completely agree with you. As we can see, some of the spectators are on their feet and they will remain standing up to the last whistle. And now, Dimitri, that the first half was a masterpiece in belief. A masterclass, rather, my apologies, in belief. Malawi came in with nothing to lose and everything to gain. And they have played fearlessly throughout this the 2 quarters that we've just witnessed. But now we are entering the championship quarter, the third quarter, of course. This is where titles are won or lost. Now South Africa will be looking to re-establish control here, Dimitri.
And remember, Malawi was behind against Zimbabwe in the third quarter, and then they came out all guns blazing in the last quarter.
That is accurate, and will they do the same? Look at the beautiful shot there by the GA of Malawi once more. And of course, it is now South Africa's center.
Well, this quarter, definitely the depth and preparation will show. South Africa has been here before. They're known to be peaking after halftime. You can already see Coach Mvula shifting the gears around and making changes, as you can see on her squad, bringing in that new wing attack. So definitely you can see that she wants to take control and try to dominate and reassert dominance in the third quarter.
Absolutely, Dimitri, absolutely. What an attempt there from the wing attack, South Africa. However, Malawi still has control over this game.
What a take there.
All I'm seeing is flying, and more flying.
I think they need capes. Beautiful balance there.
A penalty given as the goal defense. South Africa definitely, they both take a tumble.
Just bundled her into the ground there.
That doesn't stop her from taking that shot and obviously converting it.
So Malawi still in the lead. South Africa need to bring back the game into their control if they want to win this one.
Absolutely. Beautiful save there from the goal attack, South Africa.
I see they've made changes there in front. No, same shooters.
There's a break in there.
Look
Beautiful position.
shooters. Did you see that one?
We saw that one. Definitely saw that one. But unfortunately, the match official did not.
Yeah, no, that's allowed with the last say.
There you have it. It is South Africa up against Malawi. Beautiful save there. Unfortunately for her, the GA was off court. Another mistake there that South Africa will not let slip it through the fingers. And of course, hopefully will.
Yeah, no, South Africa, these are the moments they need.
They live for.
They live for these mistakes because they're very prolific in the goal circle.
Another bunter having her fingers in
and
that one.
It is Malawi's ball.
Malawi will take their center back. It was a contact there.
And it's correct because she caught the ball and the other one didn't give her the space.
Didn't give her the space, a landing space there.
Yes. It's a difficult thing though, especially when you're contesting both of you for the ball and you still have to give the other one space when they need to land.
Dimitri, hence I am comfortable right behind the MIC and not making such tough decisions.
Yeah.
Of course, now it is Malawi on the attack. There's an obstruction there from the wing defense, but of course the umpire says ball is right.
Yeah, no,
GS beautifully standing. However, the first eye is just never on the GS when it comes to the Malawi side of things.
The center of South Africa just stood there while they're playing around her because the speed is just too much.
Just look at the GA and the walk she takes after that shot. Such a hero walk. And she is such a beautiful dynamite. I mean, really a joy to watch throughout. It is 19 apiece as you see on the screen. South Africa taking a shot now. Durant takes it. Unfortunately, missing that one. However, It is a rebound, lovely by the GA, and she takes another shot. Duran will not miss the second shot at all.
For those that have just joined us at home, there on the screen, on your phone, wherever you're watching from, welcome to the Region 5 netball final. Malawi in the green and red stripes, South Africa in their traditional green and white stripes with yellow, and Malawi right now with the ball. The score is a draw as we speak. Malawi taking the lead in the second quarter, and now South Africa trying to get back the match into their control.
Of course, a beautiful, beautiful intercept there from the South African defense. And now Malawi losing their center. South Africa is currently on the loose, trying to make sure that they capitalize on this one and convert it. It's just a matter of seconds before we can see that happen. Timing from the wing defense completely off.
The Banda band.
Beautiful, beautiful feed there to Duran, right in the palm of her hands. Takes the shot, Duran misses it. Definitely gets a penalty right there, and again, she does not miss the second time around.
I know you can see the posture, very confident under the pole, and the crowd here just enjoying themselves. What a spectacle of a match it has become. Footwork call against the goal attack of South Africa, that is Ellery Jacobs.
Such a coach killer there. I think they really, really needed this one. South Africa, that is, as it was their turnover.
Malawi just making sure they keep control of the ball, not making the same mistakes they did last time against South Africa.
Definitely, definitely being patient on the ball there, Dimitri. And I think that will really help with, look at the contesting between the GA and her goal defense.
Yeah, no, definitely.
A lot of pushing there from the, and finally they put an eye, and she could just not hold her foot. She could not put it solid on the ground.
It's difficult with that frame. Definitely, it's going to be difficult to come back up. I told you,
right.
A giraffe cannot touch its toes.
And a held ball.
Held ball.
Held ball there. Malawi gets another opportunity. Beautiful tap there from the goal defense. She said, not on my watch this time around.
Kolma. I think it's a name to remember, Kolma and the Bandas.
All right. Kolma and the Bandas, eh? Definitely he has a work cut out for her there. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately for Malawi. Ball is taken away from them as it was the contact from the GA. And fortunately for South Africa, look at them come through.
There's your pocket rocket from South Africa that you spoke about earlier on.
That's right, the wing attack.
The wing attack
Came about last quarter, last game they had up against Zimbabwe, and she just beautifully was rocketing in the final quarter.
Yeah, Marie just making sure she is converting those ones for the South Africa. And they're back in the lead, the score 21-20. Malawi made a few mistakes and allowed South Africa back in the game. And South Africa now leading with one single goal, 2 goals. Simple mistakes, and those are the things that cost them. That's why I say South Africa live off those ones, because now they're going to make sure they're going to sink this one. As you can see, they are playing possession on this ball all the way to the circle, and then in the goal area, Marie just should just get away with things. Do you see that elbow?
Shooters do get away with a lot, and I think we're really trying to move away from such, where we do see the shooters infringements as well.
Yeah, no, definitely, and you know, the shooters are the slave queens of the field.
They are the queens. They definitely own the ring, and as such, they should be treated. It is 24-22, championship quarter. South Africa doing what they are known best by trying to run away with that score difference there.
As I told you, South Africa normally in the third quarter is where they take the dominance with most teams. That's why they don't panic. You come at them, and they keep it cool.
Bit of physicality there, very unnecessary. But then again, there you have it in the replay. It is now the third quarter. I said, as we announced earlier, But of course, the little Dynamite does not disappoint. She will fight until the last whistle blows. She definitely never give up. She definitely is a very small warrior. We will put her in the front line.
Mini Rambo.
South Africa 24, Malawi 21.
Still a lot of time, and Malawi still being able to get back into this one. Still the fourth quarter coming up after this one.
Of course, we saw what happened yesterday against Zimbabwe. I mean, at this point, I think it's safe to say it is anybody's game.
Anybody's game at this time. It's been back and forth. South Africa leading first quarter, second quarter. Malawi, now South Africa taking back the third quarter. So who knows who's going to take the fourth quarter.
And she just runs away.
Like she did nothing, right?
Love the GK there of South Africa, really making a presence known, really making sure that indeed they do share a bit of fluid there, because her presence will definitely be known there in the defense of South Africa. Beautiful elevation there. Well, she will decide to take the shot, and it is an advantage shot there. Beautiful, accurate one.
See, her confidence is definitely back.
It is on and off, on and off.
It takes a while.
Yeah, no, she definitely needs to be on because the nation is coming.
It's a final. You can't afford. Beautiful intercept and the save. Wow.
Anderson. This is what we've been seeing throughout the past week here. Anderson, the elevator. Ooh. Winger takes a tumble there.
I wonder how they get that elevation right, because for such a short person, the elevation is just phenomenal.
I would actually expect that from the Kenyans, you know. They'd actually have that little traditional thing that they do, the Maasai. But the Maasais are naturally tall. They're very naturally tall.
I wonder if they play netball.
But Dimitri coming back to the game. Not deviating away from the game. Malawi loses that one right in the goal circle, goal third. And of course, South Africa, like you've mentioned earlier, they live for such moments. Small mistakes, they will definitely prey on it and take advantage fully, even if it means they'll have to play the ball back.
Yeah, no, definitely the pressure of Malawi has been a challenge.
Again,
timing.
Anderson. Unfortunately, her timing was completely off there. Living Duran unattended, quite dangerous there, and of course you will definitely take advantage of that one. 26-22 is the current score on the board, with South Africa leading with a 4-goal difference. Malawi on the center.
I don't count Malawi out yet. They came back from a deficit of 4 and came back and led by 2 and then by 1. So definitely still anybody's game.
Right. Definitely anybody's game. I mean, it's too early. We've seen what 40 seconds can do in a game.
2 minutes, 10 goals, 2 minutes. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, no, definitely a very brilliant game happening here at the showgrounds. Malawi versus South Africa. What a cracker of a final. And the goal shooter there of Malawi just moving quite a lot. And as you can see right now, she's very far from her circle.
What a beautiful combination there from the goal defense and goalkeeper of South Africa. Lovely intercept there. And of course, it's just a more. Ooh, that's foot. No?
And landing foot. Yeah. We'll take it like that.
Okay, and there you have it. South Africa's GS Durant definitely rewarding the defense with a beautiful turnover.
Yes, no, Bandu has been putting a lot of pressure on the GS of Malawi.
GS of Malawi just can't stand still.
Yes, Mohone from Malawi has just been struggling to find the space around the Bandu, and that has been the issue.
The umpire definitely taking the wing defense off court for 2 minutes. Consistent infringements there, and yeah, now Malawi has 6 players for the next 2 minutes. It is to run again right under the pole, and effortlessly she definitely
makes it look easy. Now it's a struggle. They are going to play 2 minutes without a player, so they don't have a wing defense, meaning the South African wing attack is going to be free all 2 minutes. And I think the floor is a little bit slippery.
Yes, it has been throughout the tournament. We have seen a few slips and splits. However, the games must go on, and as you can see...
But definitely the tempo also these kids are playing at also, it's going to be hard to keep sticking to that floor.
of course, especially the Malawi players.
Again, Bandu.
Again, Bandu having her fingertips on that one. Throw in there for Malawi.
I'm telling you in the commentator box, it's been Bandu, Banda, Bandu. It's difficult on both ends. There's Bandu.
Bandu has done exceptionally well there, making it difficult. And of course, there you have it, South Africa having another turnover. And without a wing defense, Malawi, that is a wing attack, like you said, running loose. There you have it. GA takes it. Does not disappoint, and there goes South Africa again, trying to broaden that goal difference there, 29-22, 7 goal difference.
Definitely they're stretching the goal difference.
There you have the Bandas again having a hand in that one, and Duran could not have saved that one.
That is the end of the third quarter. South Africa taking control of the third quarter, and I'm wrestling now with Malawi, but they're leading 29 goals to 22. We will be back, Nelly, shortly after the break.
Of course, definitely we'll be back. Please do stay tuned and enjoy the highlights of the championship quarter.
Did you see that one? We saw that one.
Of course, Dimitri, now we are sitting between 15 minutes, two teams to decide and crown the gold medalist. Here at the Region 5 Youth Games, it is the netball final. That is South Africa defending champions twice in a row, and they are up against Malawi now. Malawi very, very dominant throughout the the tournament. However, they did suffer a loss against South Africa during the group stages. And of course, South Africa not having been defeated throughout this tournament. And they really are looking forward to a third win. It is now a center day for Malawi.
Yeah, no, definitely, Nelly. South Africa raffled the feathers a little bit in the third quarter, taking their dominance back. It's been a seesaw of quarters, and wondering who's going to take this quarter now. Malawi trailing a little bit, but it's not impossible. They came back with Zimbabwe from a big goal difference as well. 5 goals, I think it was 6 goals.
I think it was 5 goals yesterday, and they did quite exceptionally well. However, it is, like I said, 15 minutes is sitting in between these two teams to determine who the gold medalist will be. Beautiful pass there to her GS. I think she was not expecting that one. She misses it, unfortunately. But, of course, the beautiful captain there from Malawi, the GA, gets the rebound and misses it again. And South Africa definitely on the rebound.
Yeah, no, South Africa, that's the composure, as I've been saying. When you are used to playing with composure, those small mistakes is where the margins start coming in. And now it shows that Malawi really need to capitalize on every Banda again.
Banda, and it is just now that they are bringing in back the wing defense of Malawi. Now, I just wonder, Dimitri, when you get taken off court like that, do you come back with the same confidence? Are you too extra cautious? Do you play your game? Is your morale actually just depleted or depreciated? It's very difficult as a player to come back on court and really.
That's why mostly the coaches do make changes on that, because the player is going to be extra cautious and not try to commit any contacts or so, or be unnecessary, which is a difficult thing for a wing defense.
Of course.
Chasing someone around is going to be difficult to actually be able to control that player.
100% so. And of course, Malawi took their center back and of course made sure that they score that one. It is 23-29, and South Africa center.
So 6 goals the difference, still doable. Still a lot of time left, about 14 minutes left.
Look at that push from the GS. Another bit of an overcooked ball there to her. And a very dangerous pass to the South African shooter, because as you can see, she's fully covered. And
I think they're overconfident now that the lead is by 6 goals.
I think that's too early to celebrate. I mean, too early to really be overconfident. I think there's still a couple of more minutes, and anything is possible, Dimitri.
But you know, sports, the momentum shifts from one team to the other. The 5 minutes, it's the momentum in one team's favor, then the next 5 in the other team's favor. So right now,
the momentum really does shift.
Yeah.
And we've witnessed in time and again, and indeed, really that does happen quite often in sports. And with a 6-goal difference, I think Malawi really is looking.
They need to make sure they score this one, just to secure and keep in the unnecessary sometimes. But I think she went for the ball.
A penalty there. GA.
Bandu is just awake, just doing a lot.
Bandu is definitely not trying to let Malawi shooters get a hold of the ball. I mean, she can only do as much, but not always guaranteed. However, Malawi is really reminded that they are playing the finals now, and of course, really trying so hard to actually give South Africa a run for their gold medal.
But you have to give it to Christy Marie, keeping up with Muhone.
Beautiful save there from the GS. Woo, and she did not disappoint this time around. She brings the score to 25-29, and that is a 4-goal difference.
Yes, definitely. As I was saying, Christy Marie, the goal defense of South Africa, doing a brilliant job keeping up, that is, with Nkoma.
Nkoma, I mean, seriously, she is one tough cookie to keep up with, but she's been doing quite no, she definitely is. She's been doing quite a brilliant job, really.
She's those biscuits that grandmothers used to bring for December. Hard cookies, gingerbread.
Absolutely. Now with just a few minutes, it is a 5-goal difference. Then Malawi is on the attack. South Africa is finding themselves on, of course, the defense here. And look at that fight.
Yeah, and it's been a fight the whole game, and Malawi just bringing it to South Africa, putting pressure on South Africa, and no one is buckling under the pressure. South Africa also just look at that. I told you the fight there, Christy Marie. All right, that was a penalty call there. Christy Marie doing so much there in that circle, trying to contain, and she steps to shoot, and
She does not go for her rebound.
no, she knows. And you know when you're short, you know there's no rebound for you.
Oh,
So you have to
absolutely.
just make sure.
Absolutely, Dimitri. But I mean, you can at least attempt.
Well, look at Bandu in that circle. I don't think she would get anything with Bandu.
But then also,
and
I think
Kristen Marie.
she has a good GS there. She really hopes that indeed, if there should be any rebound there, that she should secure it. 26-30 is the current score on the board. South Africa in a comfortable 4-goal difference lead.
So 4-goal difference, and as I said, Malawi is known to fight and come back from deficits.
Another one that does not go for her rebounder, Duran.
Yeah, no, she's very comfortable. When she shoots, she knows it's in.
Too dangerous to always be sure there. But of course, you can't always be sure. But it's okay. I mean, she has missed a couple. By couple, I mean 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. But of course, her team always have her back and really goes for that rebound. Bit of a push there. Look at the contesting between the GA and the GD. Keeping the GA completely far from the pole as though she would get the rebound. But it has been seen that she actually has been getting rebounds, believe it or not, Dimitri. That is Koma.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you know, the goal shooter, Mary Duran, she reminds me of those chefs that just knows, put 2 pounds of salt, done. They don't even taste it. Eh?
Eyeballing. No, she has been such a joy to watch, Dimitri. I mean, Duran has really been excellent in the circle. She's really been owning that ring. Look at the contesting between the two of them. Look at the GK sandwiched by them. Wow, what a...
But the assist from
interesting to
Ellery, also the whole game, Jacobs, she's really being, she knows where her GS stands, and she knows how she stands, so she just
knows how to feed her as well.
Definitely.
I love the fact that Duran really doesn't confuse the feeders much, even though we've seen, I mean, a bit of overcooked balls there. She just knows how to stand, and her assist knows how to feed her.
Just the patience the attackers have, you know, when they're feeding her. Just making sure that she is standing correctly before they release the ball.
That's right, Dimitri. Absolutely. An obstruction there. The GA takes it. Normally we would see the GS take the take the shots, but I mean the small dynamite.
She has not missed this game. I think one.
I mean, she hardly has missed, and she has hardly been missing throughout the games since they've started on Sunday, Dimitri.
And she really kept Malawi in the
have
game. There's Banda again,
And
just
look at that pickup.
flying from the circle.
Lovely, lovely pick up there. I think she knows when she can get an intercept and knows that she's a bit late here, even with a split second. But really, great athleticism has been shown on, and it is 33-28, still at a 5-goal difference. Malawi now takes the center. Oh, what a bit of a tumble and a roll there on court. Wing defense, not believing that from Malawi, from the decision that the match official has made there. I'm sure some of the spectators also not in agreement. But it is South African ball. They are currently in their goal third.
And remember, the match officials are closer to the field, so they see a different angle and a different ball game than we see from where we are. So it's hard to see some of these things from where we are.
A lot of body-to-body playing here, a lot of contesting, a few fluids being exchanged here on court, and a lot of sweat. I mean, really, it is a contact sport. Your fitness really must be on point.
Beautiful intercept there by the duo. That is Banda and Anderson. Anderson, right?
That is a Banda, like you've mentioned, and the goalkeeper, Banda S, and then the goal defense, Zakaria.
Yes, Zakaria and Banda. Apologies on that one. Didn't study the names that well.
Unfortunately, did not have enough time to do so, but it's all good. Of course, the nations themselves know who their young heroes are. What a knee from the goal defense.
Yeah, no, she's there. There she saw.
And again, does not go for the rebound.
Confidence. I'm telling you, those chefs, Toop, one salt. I know it's enough.
And the food comes out excellent.
It's like baking.
Now we have South Africa taking their center. South Africa's centers has become prolonged now, a bit lengthier than as opposed to the first 2 quarters of the game, and the pressure really from the defense of Malawi, I think, is as a result of that.
Yeah, no, Malawi really brought a different strategy to this final. They came to win. She looks injured, a lot of agony on her face.
She definitely looks in much pain there. But let's quickly take a look at what just transpired there.
I think she just got bundled over there. They were contesting for the ball.
Definitely contesting for the ball.
That floor is very hard. Might look like wood, but definitely the impact of falling on
definitely the impact might be a bit severe. Could it be South Africa's throw-in? It is South Africa. No. It is Malawi's throw-in. The GA will take it as the wing attack has to be off court. Now without a wing attack, of course, the center will have to play a few balls back. And of course, one of the shooters will have to avail themselves to assist.
Yes, as you can see, calling on her defense. Come guys, help. Very difficult. I see the wing attack is back on. She had to get assist, or what was the issue?
I believe because she was off court, she needed to go back on court. Was that supposed to be a feed?
It looked like a fake shot.
A fake shot. But it did work in her favor as they got a penalty, and of course the GS having to utilize that and capitalize on that one as well. 30-34. South Africa in a lead. Wing defense. Malawi out of play. Duran literally begging for that ball. The goal defense.
Was that planned? I don't think so.
I think they have so much confidence and trust in one another that if I don't catch it, of course my GA definitely got my back here. I don't think it was planned, however it worked out in their favor.
So those that have just joined us, it is the final stretch of the final between South Africa and Malawi. The goals is 35-30 in favor of South Africa. It is the last quarter, the last stretch, and after this it is going to be the crown being put on the champion. So Nelly, is it early to say who won the game?
Not at all. I think it's quite evident as we have very few minutes left within this game, and I think the dominance of South Africa now, I think they've been very consistent. The championship quarter, of course, allows you to determine who the winner could and will be. I think in this case, I am definitely going to riskily take a chance and say that indeed South Africa will, in the third time around in a row, will take the gold.
Yes, definitely. It looks like South Africa is going to take this game as it stands. It's 6 goals the difference. Malawi struggled a little bit in this quarter.
Push there from Duran.
And it's been a tough game for Malawi, but really I have to take my hat off for them. They came all guns blazing.
Absolutely.
Led at halftime, made the South Africans panic. A lot of changes came in from South Africa as they started to panic. And definitely in your picture there in the goal area, that is Nkoma has been prolific in that circle, doing so much for Malawi.
Absolutely so much. And I think with the assistance of her center, Anderson, I mean, they have done absolutely great together.
There she is again.
There she is again. Will she reward? I mean, really. She's leaving me
I hope she
speechless.
grows in the next 2 years. 'Cause then we have a player and a half.
Then Malawi definitely have a national jewel right there. Definitely a diamond that has been polished. Just a little bit of finishing touches there for Malawi. She has done exceptionally well. Dimitri, I think I will take this opportunity to just thank everybody and just the government of the Namibia and of course the youth games to really give them a round of applause for such a beautiful and another player
And
being
she
sent
is
off
sent
court.
off court for the last 2 minutes. This is going to affect them drastically because now they only have one shooter.
And there's a warning. Wait, she's back on court with a warning? And the disbelief in the wing defense face, like you took me off court, but then she just gets a warning after a 2-minute. Anyway,
The drama. That's what the final is all about. There must be drama anyway.
it's the wing defense face for me.
Like
But be as it may.
Hello, excuse me.
As I was saying, my gratitude there to the youth games and everything that has happened and transpired since Sunday. I have been being entertained by the games throughout, and of course leading to the finals here, and finally joined by Dimitri. I believe I had so much fun. Ooh, the center. You know what? I'll save my speech for the end of the game when we finally do blow the last whistle. But a bit of drama here towards the end of the game.
Yes, a lot of drama there. Some of the calls Malawi not happy with some of the calls. Players throwing their hands up, and the score now stretching to 37 goals to 32.
Back to a 5-goal difference, Dimitri.
Yeah, no, definitely. What a final. A lot of action, a lot of drama on and off the field.
Anderson taking a leap of faith there. Taking advantage of that. And of course, we do have
Bandu
Bandu
again there. I'm telling you, it's been a Bandu situation the whole game, and definitely credit to both circles there. The defense has been just on point. Christy Marie and Bandu.
And there you have it, Dimitri, ladies and gentlemen. Southern Africa, this is the end of the finals, and it is South Africa with a win. 37 and Malawi doing brilliantly well, giving South Africa a run for their gold with a 32. And it has been such a pleasure being behind the mic, being the voice here, and it's unbelievable, the dramatic end to it.
Yes, what a match, what a comeback. They hold off the determined Malawian side to seal victory, and the score 37-32 in favor of South Africa.
Of course, Dimitri, there was a final for the ages. Malawi gave everything that they could give. They led at halftime, pushed South Africa to the very edge, but the green and gold machine showed why they are a continental powerhouse.
Yeah.
Calm under pressure, and congratulations to the baby Proteas once more, 3-time row winners, and congratulations for them as they take on the gold. Silver, of course, goes to Malawi, and the third place bronze will definitely go to Zimbabwe.
Yeah, no, definitely. As we close out this unforgettable tournament, a heartfelt thank you. That is to the government of the Republic of Namibia for hosting the Region 5 Under-19 Youth Games 2025 here at the Windhoek Showgrounds. From this facility to the hospitalities, it's been world class.
Of course, Dimitri, and until next time, keep dreaming, keep training, and keep believing. African netball is rising and the future is bright. Good night from Windhoek, and for myself, Nelly.
Yes, for Nelly, it's very sad to say goodbye to the viewers, and it's been a very short game.
It has been a very...
We wish it could continue for the next hour.
Definitely was a short game. I think we definitely got what we came here for, Dimitri. I mean, both teams really fought tooth and nail to where it brought us to this final. And of course, we had beautiful, lovely, electric, firing players today. I think both nations are going to be very proud and pleased with their youth athletes here. And I mean, to me, not short of anything that I've expected this
Yes,
afternoon.
definitely. And from us here in the commentary box, are myself, Dimitri, and the brilliant co-commentator, Nelly Zakap, a.k.a. Nelly NETBALL. We say thank you for joining us on this journey. Congratulations once again to South Africa, the 2025 champions.
And to the organizers, volunteers, medical staff, coaches, and every sponsor who filled these stands and watched from home, you made this moment possible. A big thank you to the 10 nations who competed, over 1,000 athletes across multiple sports. You brought color, you brought culture and competition to Windhoek.
Nyabonga.
Thank you so much. And myself and Dimitri signing off. Adios.
Adios.
Peleamos, força, coragem, vamos lá. We are the spirit of Region 5, bound by the fire that keeps us alive. No borders, no limits, only the sky. Together we stand, together we fly. Own the moment, play bold, rise strong, conquer now.